Welcome to the third presentation in this mini-series of videos. We're going to focus on heuristics for this video. Now, heuristics are essentially mental shortcuts. These mental shortcuts allow people to solve problems and make judgments quickly and efficiently. They're rule of thumb strategies that shorten decision-making time and allow people to function without constantly stopping to think about their next course of action. And heuristics are helpful in many situations, but they can lead to cognitive biases. Now, why do we use heuristics? Well, psychologists have suggested a few different theories. The first one is effort reduction. Heuristics reduce the mental effort required to make choices and decisions. We have attribute substitution. So other theories suggest people substitute simpler but related questions in place of more complex and difficult questions. And the last one, fast and frugal. So theories suggest heuristics are fast and usually correct. Now, we will run through a few examples of heuristics. This is not an exhaustive list, but I just want to touch upon a couple of heuristics just to give you an idea of what they look like. Now, the first one is representativeness. We usually base judgments of individuals based on their representation of a larger social category. And the example that we've got here is a jury potentially basing judgments based on the mental prototypes or the stereotypes that they have to the defendant in a court case. Our next example of a heuristic is the availability heuristic. Decisions can be made based on the most easily recalled memories of a situation. For example, if you are thinking of flying and suddenly think of a number of recent airline accidents, you might feel like air travel is too dangerous and decide to travel by car instead. However, in reality, air travel is one of the safest ways to travel. And the inserted image here on this slide shows another example of availability heuristic. And this is when you see lots of sharks in the water on the TV. Maybe you've been watching episodes from Shark Week. And then when you go to the beach, you can recall those memories easily and believe that every time you step into the sea, you're going to be greeted by a shark. Thus, you make the decision that it is too dangerous to go into the water. Another example of the availability heuristic is a tweet from Donald Trump back in 2017. Now, he said, in the East, it could be the coldest New Year's Eve on record. Perhaps we could use a little bit of that good old global warming that our country, but not other countries, was going to pay trillions of dollars to protect against. Bundle up. Now, as you can see on the map on the right-hand side at the top, that actually North America was extremely cold at this moment in time when Donald Trump tweeted. However, at the time of Trump's tweet, the average global temperature was actually 0.9 degrees warmer than the average for that time of year. And again, that is an example of availability heuristic, because the only available information to Donald Trump at that time was that America was extremely cold, so global warming must not be happening. And the final example of a heuristic that we may all use is the effect heuristic. Now, the effect heuristic says that our feelings may affect the decisions we make. So, how much of your emotions might influence your decision making, and what impact might it have on your life? Now, this heuristic states that a positive emotional state will allow you to perceive an activity as having high benefits and low risks, while a negative emotional state may lead you to perceive an activity as having low benefits but high in risk. And this emotional response can in some cases be equivalent to what we call a gut feeling. And the perceived risk is inversely proportional to the perceived benefits. And this model was from Al-Hakami and Slovic in 1994. And that is the end of this mini video, which leads us nicely into the next video, which is focusing on biases.